In a recent article on Variety, Zoe Saldaña briefly spoke about Avatar Fire and Ash, stating that the Sully family has some really strong decisions to make. Avatar Theory here, hope you're doing well and having a fantastic day, and if you want to read the article yourself, the link to this is in the pinned comment and the description below. The article goes, for nearly 2 decades, Saldaña has embodied Neytiri, the fierce and loyal Na'vi warrior, in James Cameron's Avatar saga. With Avatar The Way of Water ending in heartbreak for the Sully family, Saldaña hints that the upcoming 2025 third installment, Avatar Fire and Ash, will be an even more emotional ride. It's going to be an emotional roller coaster, she says. The way The Way of Water ended was unimaginably painful for the Sully family. Now, they have to make really strong decisions. Do they stay united and find common ground, or do they go their separate way? And God knows what's going to happen to the existing children. While Saldaña remains tight-lipped about major plot points, understandable given Cameron's secrecy, she emphasizes how much the story resonates with current global issues. Jim is going to continue to carry on themes that are so relevant today, she shares. That's one of the reasons why I love working with directors like him. They use their art to raise important conversations. End quote. Now, of course, we know the pain the Sullys endured in The Way of Water with that tragic ending, but I find it very interesting the way she phrases, stating that they have to make strong decisions and asking the question, do they stay united and find common ground, or do they go their separate way? What could this actually hint at? Now, I know this is very little to go on, and she could just be throwing in a hypothetical question, not putting much meaning to it, but I do wonder if this kinda hints to something I've theorized in the past, where Spider and Kiri will be put in danger or kidnapped, perhaps by the Ash clan, and thus Jake and Quaritch in this instance will have to find a common ground in order to save their children. You know, temporarily putting their differences aside for the bigger picture. But then again, she did state, or she did ask the question in a way by saying, do they stay united and find common ground, or do they go their separate ways? More likely to the family, or possibly the clans in this instance. Maybe Jake and the Sullys staying united with the Metkayina, or essentially deciding to go their separate way, because, well, we know that Quaritch and the RDA is still after them. This could possibly be where the Wind Traders come into play, because we've seen that concept art of the Wind Traders arriving at the Metkayina, and also concept art where they are in an area which seems to be more akin to their Metkayina. Thus, I do wonder if the Wind Traders will show up at the Metkayina, thus this giving an opportunity for the Sullys to go back home, whereas they will have this decision in if they would stay with the Metkayina or go their separate ways. But in thinking that, I ask myself the question, what she meant by the last part of her sentence, by asking what's going to happen to the existing children, which brings me to the third possible option of Jake and Neytiri possibly going just temporarily their separate ways. Maybe Jake tells her that she needs to take the kids and go home where they're safe, while he stays behind and deals with Quaritch and the RDA, thus putting the children and of course Neytiri out of harm's way. Now, I know Neytiri would most likely stay and fight, but given what had happened in The Way of Water with her children, I can understand if Jake tells her that it might be best for her to take the children and go back home, protect them, while he deals with the threat. That could also be what this is indicate, but that is just a few sentences trying to dissect what Zoe Saldaña said, and with the latest issue of Empire magazine coming next week, we will likely get much more information on Avatar Fire and Ash. But what do you think she meant by this? Let me know in the comments below, and for more Avatar content, have a look at the rest of my channel. Till next time, have a fantastic day and stay safe.